All right, so this is Got It 3, Saturday, 29th? Yeah. Yes, 2023. Our Unit 8, the last unit at representing the end of this course. Are you scared? So much. Okay. Let's not be scared. It's gonna be fun. It's always fun. Okay. What's the title of, well, first of all, page 80. Open your books to page 80. I'm recording for Nicolas, Victoria, and Kawhi. On this page 80, we have an interview. We have an interview. What's the title, Hadassa, of Unit 8? He told me he was surprised. He told me he was surprised. What does it mean, Igor? He told me he was surprised. Exactly. I believe, let me see here, should we number? Let me see my teacher's book, if I have numbers. The review. Yes. Oh, I think they are already numbered. The questions, the blanks are numbered. So what we have to do here, guys, is we're gonna listen to this radio station interview. And we have blanks there. As you can see, these are blanks, blanks. And so we will fill out according to what we hear. So let me get the audio. This is 231.
Unit 8,
I have a
page 80, exercise 1.
Sure.
Livy Live.
Hold on a second, let me share. And we have a better quality.
Page 80, exercise 1. Livy Live Q&A with an award-winning student radio DJ. Bello Campus News is delighted to report that student Livy Ribeiro has just won the Best College DJ Award for her show, Livy Live, on the college's very own RadioBello.com. We're not surprised. You may remember that last month we reviewed Livy Live right here. We said it was the best breakfast show we'd ever heard. Hi, Livy. We love Livy Live, and we know a lot of other students do too. How do you feel about winning the award?
Thanks, and I'm over the moon. I can't stop smiling.
The judges said they'd enjoyed your warm and friendly approach. Is positivity important for a DJ?
When you present a breakfast show, it's essential. I'm a morning person, but I know many other students hate mornings. My roommate once told me that getting up was the hardest part of her day. I try to cheer listeners up.
But you also discuss the news, don't you?
Oh, yes. I don't just play songs and tell jokes. I also talk about things like the environment, social issues, crime. These aren't funny topics, but they're interesting and important. One day, I interviewed the mayor. He told me that he was surprised I was interviewing him that day. He said most students were only interested in shopping and partying. I really hate that stereotype. It simply isn't true.
Is there anything you don't like about DJing?
No. Oh, wait, the ads. Companies pay us to advertise on the station, which is great, but some of the advertising music is terrible. Terrible but catchy. A librarian once told me I was annoying people because I was singing Super Save Supermarket while I was studying. I was so embarrassed. Luckily, she laughed when I said I'd heard it about 50 times the week before.
Have you always wanted to be a DJ?
No. Actually, I'm studying to be an engineer. But my advisor said that doing extracurricular activities could look good on my resume. So I said I'd volunteer for the college radio station. I thought I was being sensible. I never expected I'd love it so much. But I told my mom that I wasn't going to give up my degree to be a DJ. I think she'd go crazy if I did.
Okay, I'll play it again.
8. Page 80. Exercise 1.
It's because I didn't pause.
Livy
right?
Live
That's why, I'm sorry.
Q&A with an award-winning
Ele falou, aí eu não tive tempo de pensar, porque daí tinha que ver o resto para poder
You got distracted.
pegar a palavra nova.
student radio DJ. Belo Campus News is delighted to report that student Livy Ribeiro has just won the Best College DJ Award for her show, Livy Live, on the college's very own radiobello.com. We're not surprised. You may remember that last month we reviewed Livy Live right here. We said it was the best breakfast show we'd ever heard. Hi, Livy. We love Livy Live, and we know a lot of other students do too. How do you feel about winning the award?
Thanks, and I'm over the moon. I can't stop smiling.
The judges said they'd enjoyed your warm and friendly approach. Is positivity important for a DJ?
When you present a breakfast show, it's essential. I'm a morning person, but I know many other students hate mornings. My roommate once told me that getting up was the hardest part of her day. I try to cheer listeners up.
But you also discuss the news, don't you?
Oh, yes. I don't just play songs and tell jokes. I also talk about things like the environment, social issues, crime. These aren't funny topics, but they're interesting and important. One day, I interviewed the mayor. He told me that he was surprised I was interviewing him that day. He said most students were only interested in shopping and partying. I really hate that stereotype. It simply isn't true.
Is there anything you don't like about DJing?
No. Oh, wait, the ads. Companies pay us to advertise on the station, which is great, but some of the advertising music is terrible. Terrible but catchy. A librarian once told me I was annoying people because I was singing Super Save Supermarket while I was studying. I was so embarrassed. Luckily, she laughed when I said I'd heard it about 50 times the week before.
Have you always wanted to be a DJ?
No. Actually, I'm studying to be an engineer. But my advisor said that doing extracurricular activities could look good on my resume. So I said I'd volunteer for the college radio station. I thought I was being sensible. I never expected I'd love it so much. But I told my mom that I wasn't going to give up my degree to be a DJ. I think she'd go crazy if I did.
Okay. Don't, guys, don't get mad at me. Don't be mad at me or get mad at me. But all these questions, they were written down there. But I always do that with my students because I want What I always want from you is your best, because it is harder when you don't have the sentences. So now you know where they are, you can compare to what you have written. Did you make any mistake? Don't worry, because I didn't show you guys the instructions, and I didn't show you where the sentences are, so that's fine. Did you try to find any mistake that you probably made? The only mistake?
Is there anything you don't like about DJ?
DJing, yes, it's a verb, to DJ. That's pretty cool.
Mas aí tem outros verbos escritos.
Do you guys have a highlighter? Do you have a highlighter? Let me get a highlighter. I don't know where my highlighters are. Let me see here. Because I've been changing things in my classroom at one.
I was thinking that I wouldn't like her because I thought her she's very annoying.
I don't think she's annoying. She sounds to me fun.
She's very
Articulated.
yes.
She speaks well.
She's how do you say? She's very cheer.
She is cheerful.
Cheerful.
Cheerful. She's too cheerful. She's bubbly. She's bubbly. Bubbly. Let me show you. Some of these words I
kind of feel like I'm a person very how do you say amargurada?
Crumpy.
Crumpy.
Grumpy or cranky or grumpy. Let me get all these words for you. Let's see, cranky. Meaning, cranky, rabugento, cranky.
Eu dou uma
Hadassa is cranky. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. That's why I wrote there. Cranky and did you see how it's written? Cranky and grumpy. I think it's the same. Grumpy is I believe it's a synonym. Grumpy. Yeah, I think both of them. Grumpy or cranky. Grumpy. Mal-humorado. Grumpy, mal-humorado, cranky, rabugento. It's a great combination when you can be cranky and grumpy at the same time. Oh gosh, okay. The reason I wrote, let me get back to our panel. I want to see my face here. Yeah, this word here, newscaster, because you can be a DJ when you work at a radio station, or you can be a newscaster. Newscaster is the kind of reporter or a journalist that works in a radio station. So they read the news so that you can tell what's going on, what is happening in the world or locally. I used to be a newscaster. I was a lady once in my life. And I had the same position as her because I was an intern. Do you guys remember the word intern? Stagiário, intern. So I was doing an internship at radio station, Universidade Estadual de Londrina radio station. They have their own radio station. So I worked there as an intern for 1.5 years. And I was not a DJ. I didn't deal with music, no. I was a newscaster. I dealt, the passado de deal, de negociar ou lidar com, né? D-E-A-L, deal with. So I dealt with only news. And I used to interview people too. I interviewed some celebrities. Do you guys, I don't know her name, but what's the name of that actress that she played Bruna Surfistinha in the movie? Yeah, she in the movies, not Bruna. I didn't interview Bruna. I interviewed the actress that played her. Yeah, the word journalist is too broad. It's an umbrella term. When you have an umbrella term, you have many other words that can represent your specific job in that media. Did you find her? Yes, yes. So, for example, you are a journalist and you can be a reporter. A reporter is a journalist. You can be a the news writer, redator, news writer. You can be anchor. For example, William Bonner is an anchor. And you can also be the copy desk. Copy desk is the person that reviews the texts, reviews the stories. News story, é matéria de jornal. So when you read something in the paper, you read the story. I'm reading a story. And the big title there, it's called headline. Headline, in português, how do we call headline? Não. Para jornal não fala título, manchete. Yes. E aí embaixo é o caption. Embaixo é o que vai embaixo da foto. É o caption.
Não, a notícia embaixo tem o resuminho. Assim,
Those are then these are specific terminology. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard for me. Maybe I would say subtext or something like
eu acho
that.
que é
Yeah.
Deixa eu ver, peraí.
Yeah. Or maybe a summary, que é resumo, né, do que você vai ler. Summary. O primeiro parágrafo de toda notícia de jornal se chama lead. L-E-A-D. Lead. Que lidera.
L-E-A-D.
L-E-A-D. Não, lead é o primeiro parágrafo. Ele não necessariamente é esse resuminho. Tem jornal que tem isso mesmo. Ele tá certo, tá? E tem razão, isso não tem nome. Porque é manchete, né? Então, aquele texto pode ser também chamado cabeça. Também tem o nome cabeça, porque vem de headline. Journalism is a profession that was invented in the United States. So that's why some of the words that journalists use are in English, because that job was invented in the United States. Like soccer. Soccer was invented in England. So that's why some words are in English, but we have already translated. For example, escanteio, por muitos anos no Brasil foi chamado de corner. O escanteio, porque corner é esquina ou canto, né? So penalty is in English, penalty é penalidade.
O que é, tipo, o âncora?
É penalty.
O que o âncora faz? Ele dá apoio para
O anchor, o papel dele é ser o apresentador de jornal, o anchor. Então, ele pode ser também redator, ele pode redigir o que ele fala, mas o que ele lê é no teleprompt. Fica aparecendo assim, vai subindo o texto e a pessoa vai lendo. Então, o Bonner não está falando, ele está lendo. Então, the anchor has to be very articulated, like I said about Lily, you have to be very articulated, and you have to be a good reader, because you have to read fast, but not as fast as it is impossible to be understood. You have to be understood. Let me show you. When I worked in radio, cada folha de texto que a gente montava chamava lauda. A Vitória vai saber disso, no direito também se fala lauda, para cada folha de um auto, dos autos, eu acho que também. Depois você me ensina, Vitória, se eu estiver errado. Mas é chamado lauda. no rádio e também na TV, eu acho também, mas no rádio, quando eu trabalho em rádio, pode falar com precisão. Você não pode escrever daqui até aqui. Você escreve daqui, é da metade da folha para cá. Aqui está o seu texto, todo em caixa alta, e não caps lock, sempre caps lock. E não existe ponto final, e nem vírgula, é barra. Uma barra é uma vírgula. O ponto final, 2 barras. Porque para você conseguir enxergar melhor, tem que ser assim. E você põe 2 terços para separar o parágrafo. O parágrafo é com 2 terços, sempre. E por quê? Porque aqui do lado, a mão, você vai colocando segredos de entonação. Aqui, falar com mais emoção, aqui, falar mais lento. Porque quando você dá uma notícia de uma morte, você tem que falar de uma certa maneira. Se você fala a notícia do lançamento de um filme, e a programação de cinema era o que eu sempre falava, porque eu vi na mesma cidade muito cultural, a programação de cinema, porque money, 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 no money, no honey, my friend. Catch, okay. Oh, well, so what I want from you with the highlighter, I want you to find these words in the text. Mayor, stereotype, station, catchy, extracurricular, resume, and give up. Eu também cobri eventos ao vivo. Live on radio. Oh, and obviously my show was daily and live. I would go live every day from 6 p.m. till 6:10. 10 minutes of a show. Can you guess how many louder I would type for a 10-minute show? 6.
10, 20.
If I had an interview, probably something from 20 to 30, because the interview would be a relief to me because it's an actual conversation. So you don't, I would type the questions, obviously, because I cannot stop during the show. You can't have blanks in a radio station. If you have a blank, you lose listeners. They might think, oh, the radio is broken, or there was outage of electricity, because that can happen. And then people change the station. You cannot leave blanks, not on TV, not on radio. And a show without any interview, I would type up to 50 louder. I don't know louder, I would say pages. I need to check the correct word because it's a journalistic terminology. It's a lingo. This is a good word for you to learn. It's a lingo. Lingo is a word that it means the specific language that belongs to a specific job. For example, lawyers, they have their lingo. They understand the laws. They understand the Constitution. They understand how a judge in a trial and works. How you have to talk to the prosecutor. prosecutor, you have the lawyer, the defendant, and you have the prosecutor. Help me out, guys. When you have a trial, you have the judge, you have the defendant, o advogado de defesa, and the prosecutor. Promotor. Thank you. Yes, prosecutor. Essa cadeira, gente. Eu preciso de uma nova cadeira. Não é ergonômica. All right. So, lingo, eu acho que é jargão em português, se fala. Jargão. Então, tem coisas que só, por exemplo, só médicos entendem, só, né, advogados entendem, só o pessoal da moda, por exemplo, né, os estilistas, eles entendem. So they have their own lingo. E sabe o que é baby lingo? Baby lingo. So when we talk to babies, we use baby lingo. And you know that it's very healthy. It's very important to use the baby lingo to teach them how to speak. But when they grow up, you have to stop the baby lingo, or they're gonna sound very weird at school. Like a 10-year-old boy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Did you find mayor? Where is mayor?
Terceira resposta de não de 4.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, one day I interviewed them. I interviewed the mayor in Londrina too. I was so nervous on that day. Okay, what is a mayor? Please, definition. Let's not translate. Or who is our mayor?
Bárbara, mayor is the person who
Relative pronoun. That's so cute. That's cute. Is a person who. Because you learned this year, the usage of relative pronoun. Congratulations. You're welcome. I was fast. Guys, I had Rivotril. Sorry. Okay, is a person who?
I wanted to say like leader.
Yes, that's perfect. Leader. Yes.
No,
Yeah, city or town, yes, but not the state. The state is governor, yes. And unfortunately, we don't have the leader of our area. We have deputados. Deputados, that would be Congress people, congressmen. Yes, when we were checking the Spain map, yes. In the United States, each state is divided into counties. County. Yeah, you can say region. Yeah, that's the best, or district maybe. It's called county. So they have maybe a county mayor. They have a leader for the county. I live. If you check my license tag there, from our car, Florida is the state. Down there is the county, Pinellas County. So we lived in Pinellas County, but not in Pinellas City. There's not Pinellas City. The city is called St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is the same name as another city in Russia. Yeah, our former president, the Dilma Rousseff, she was in St. Petersburg these days. She was talking to Putin these days there. St. Petersburg is a very historical, it's a beautiful city. I'm talking about Russia, St. Petersburg, Russia. But St. Petersburg in the United States where we live, is it's a unique city because people love art there so much. They love there are many collectors of sculptures, paintings, and they are so artistic there. It's a very nice place. There are many galleries. The largest collection of Salvador Dali. I have a Salvador Dali tattoo. Is located there in St. Petersburg. The Dali, they say Dali, the Dali Museum. If you want to see most of his artwork, you have to go there. Do you know that Salvador Dali worked for Disney? He drew the first Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie. The first one, the original one. Yeah, the first one was drawn by Salvador Dali. It's magical.
I remember studying about him, but I don't remember.
He is a surrealist. Surreal is the type of aesthetic that is based on changing the reality, because you have something realistic and something surrealistic. Dali used to deprive his sleep. He would stay even 5 days without sleeping, just to start hallucinating, to paint his hallucination. That is great. That is. You can find interviews of Dali on YouTube, because he died in the 80s. I think he died in 1987. All in black and white, I believe. But it is very interesting to listen to what he has to say. He was, I don't know, a captivating person. I am so much in love with his art. Hence my tattoo. Okay. Where is the stereotype?
Stereotype is a preconcept that people think
Preconception.
preconception that people think about someone, some type of people, like
Culture,
yeah,
race.
cultural things, or even the place that she studies, she go to work.
You can say he or she if you don't want to pinpoint a gender. In English, they have always had the neutral pronoun, which is they. They. When you're talking about, for example, profession. Okay, a journalist is a person. Instead of saying a person, you can also say he or she, or you can say they. And the only thing you have to be careful with the verb, because if you say he or she writes, they write, he or she reports, or they report, because we have to conjugate in the simple present. Remember the simple present. Did I send you guys the meme on Instagram that the guy is like, oh, I left my English test and I was so proud of me because I translated simple present as lembrança.
Yeah,
And I love the ones you sent me.
yeah.
So good.
Yes. And I like so much because he was like acting so serious, you know? Yeah.
There's a plot twist. There's a plot twist at the end of the joke. Did you send that to him?
But he doesn't.
You are right.
Eu gosto
You
da
are throwing a shade. Do you know that expression? To throw a shade. O verbo é to throw. Oh, a student of mine taught me this expression. I knew just shade. Shade is indireta. Actually, shade is sombra. Shade is indireta, and jogar uma indireta é to throw a shade. She's throwing a shade.
Shade.
Cheio de graças.
Eu sei que não é legal, mas é porque eu não tenho tempo para ficar assistindo vários vídeos. Eu assisto eles devagarzinho, ou então assistia tudo que eu era mais desocupado.
The shade.
Pela primeira vez na vida, o meu Instagram, ele lembrou de responder alguém. Ele disse, Hadassa, 23 horas atrás, quem enviou o Reel.
Sério, agora? Bem agora, teacher, 9 minutos, e a gente tá falando
Mas isso aí é a Siri que tá nos ouvindo. She's listening to us.
Hey, Siri.
Hey Siri, I'm afraid of you, Siri.
Eu acho que Hey, Siri.
I prefer Alexa. And oh my God. Yes.
Yes, Alexa, I saw a tweet from someone.
Okay.
She said that her Alexa was like doing an annoying sound, and how do you say when it's a sound that we don't know?
Strange sound.
Yeah,
Something
strange
that
sound.
she couldn't recognize.
Yes, like
Did she change her voice?
no, it was not. It wasn't her voice. It was a voice like from a man, and she lives by herself. She doesn't have a partner, She's just alone. And it was recorded while she was sleeping. So
That's so scary.
that's the point.
Like that supernatural thing.
Yeah, people start to say, "Come on, maybe you're like a was hacked or maybe some."
Yeah, that's what I would believe.
But it was very strange because he was like a phrase, I don't remember what it was. And a brief.
And someone, I think we say panting or breathing deeply. Yeah, I think panting. That's the spell. It's not. It's not painting with an eye. It's. Let me see this word. I think it's panting. Panting. Ofegante is panting. Panting, and maybe the verb is pant. Pant. Ofegar. The verb is to pant. Panting is the noun. Panting is the noun. To pant, breathe with short, quick breaths, typically from exertion or excitement. Panting, it's like when it's quick breath. Yeah, when you are when we run a marathon. When you run a marathon, that's oh my God, that was so especially living by yourself.
And people start joking. Yes, like some people try to calm her down, and another ones are just like joking and making her more scared.
Of course.
Because she was scared. She texted scared,
So people traumatized her even more.
Yes. That story about someone who lives in your house and you don't know.
I know. To me, I would probably die because I've been watching during this vacation. I told Igor that I kept working. I taught lessons. I only took like 4 days, right, to have a short break. But I told you that I went to the concert and I went to during our vacation, I watched only horror movies, horror series. I watched the horror podcast about horror stuff. So I think if that happened to me, I would probably have a heart attack. Okay, guys, I want you to tell me, Igor, where a stereotype is in the text.
Question, 7. 7 line?
Seventh line, Catch I found. Fourth question. Is it question or answer?
What? Ah, an answer.
It's an answer. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
3. Okay, I got it. Stereotype. Okay, nice. It's station. Where is the station, Hadassa? Answer or question? Answer. No, it's answer because question starts with a Q, answer starts with an A. That's why Q&A. We have it's quite common to see on websites Q&A session. And you know, when you go to college in the United States, that is also common in talks and palestras. That's common in Brazil too, when we attend talks. But in college in the United States, I'm talking about my college, my own experience. And I've seen this in movies too. When a professor or instructor, remember, there are no teachers in college or universities, okay? Teachers, they only exist in regular schools. Teachers teach kindergarten, elementary school, middle school and high school, tops. Any other course, any other kind of school, higher education, you have instructor or professor. To become a professor, you need to have a PhD, the doctorate studies. You have to be a doctor to become a professor. So all my instructors or professors, they would start teaching or lecturing, because they don't even say teaching, they say to lecture. So they would start lecturing, and nobody is allowed to interrupt the lecture. Nobody's allowed to interrupt the lecture. And I've seen this in high school too. Nobody talks, nobody interrupts, nobody leaves the classroom without permission. And you have to raise your hand and ask permission to go to the bathroom. Because when you guys will start college soon, you will see that in Brazil is totally crazy. I mean, I don't want to use a stereotype word, saying like it's crazy, it's just a different culture. But I find it really annoying. I never liked my classmates from college in Brazil. So sorry if one of you is watching this lesson. But they would exchange little notes, because that was before cell phones. So people would send only a text message instead of little paper messages. But they would exchange messages, they would leave the classroom just like so. And then the person would go out and smoke a cigarette or drink coffee or water. And then they would return like 30 minutes later. And the professors they cannot say a word. It's part of our culture. And I hate that. I've never liked that. I prefer the American system. Why am I saying this? Because you can only raise your hand to ask questions when the teacher says, now we are open for Q&A.
I know. In most of most of the universities must be like university.
I think that's the correct way.
But I saw one day a talk about the professor was Hawk. Do you know Hawk? I think
How do you spell this word?
Hawk is his name.
Okay, but how do you spell his name? No, spell, not pronounce.
H-O-T. It's
H-O-C.
actually, it's like, his name.
Okay,
His name is M-O-T, Cruiser.
okay.
But everybody calls him Pop. And
Right.
he was like attending,
Yeah.
he was attending, a talk, and I remember him saying like, now you guys can ask me questions.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and it was like, for,
Now it is.
students. It was like common students, you know, it was, maybe because it was recording, but he was very like, we can like, feel that he was respect.
Exactly. Professors are very much respected there. And into an extent that, for instance, if you have to leave the classroom earlier, you have to let the professor, sorry, know. You have to let him or her know ahead of time. Before the class begins, you come to the teacher, you can get closer to the teacher and say, Ms. or Mr., never professor. You don't call professors or teachers or instructors by their profession. We do that. We say professora, garçom. This is so weird. In English, you don't say this way. You call people by Ms., Mr., or ma'am, or sir. I have a question. So I would come closer to my teacher. For example, one of my professors. It's so hard to say teacher. One of my favorite professors was called Miss Finkley. So I would come to Miss Finkley and say, Miss Finkley, today I have to see a doctor. So can I leave your class 5 minutes earlier? And then she, oh, definitely, for sure. You cannot just leave without saying why you're leaving. And worse, arrive late. Arrive after the professor. If the professor is in class, you open the door and then you say, may I come in? I'm sorry, I'm late. You have to say, I'm sorry, I'm late. And you have to ask permission to come in. And you can ask, it's nice to ask, where do I sit? Where do I sit? You cannot just sit anywhere you want. You have to let the professor tell you everything. And what page are we? Or the professor already says what page the person is. That's very nice. The word catchy, Hadassa. Did you find the word catchy? I think 1, 2, 3. I think it's answer 4, line 3. Yes. What is catchy, guys? Catchy.
Reminding that the prize.
I'm not feeling. Is the air conditioner working for you guys? Okay.
It's reminding that the radio in the States went to
Not money.
It's not money.
not
No. What you're trying to describe is cash. Cash. This is catchy.
Okay.
Yeah, cash is something. Catchy is another thing. Cash is a noun. Cash is a substantive. Catchy is adjective. Catchy is I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world made of plastic. It's fantastic. When you listen to a song and that song plays it so many times that becomes catchy, it sticks in your head, and you can't get out, you can't eliminate, you can't get, you can't get, I want the phrasal verb to eliminate. Get rid of. You can't get rid of those words from your head. Get, yeah, get rid of. Can you guys, yeah, this is eliminate. Get rid of. So it is hard to get rid of that song from your mind. Can you guys give me another example of a catchy song? I'm begging you. Oh my God, that song was very catchy. Catchy, músicas chiclete. In English, in Portuguese, we would say músicas bubblegum song. But we don't say bubblegum song in English, we say catchy song. Oh my God, this is a historical catchy song.
Yeah.
Because that song is really old. I think it's from the 70s, not even the 80s. And no, that's from the 80s. This one, I think it's from the 80s. No, that is lambada. It's a kind of lambada. I think one of the first lambadas. No. In the 80s, Shakira was a baby. No. Oh, probably she did a cover version. She covered the song. Maybe she covered the song, but I have no idea. This song is not even Brazilian, but a Brazilian band covered it in the 80s. Yeah, because lambada was a thing in the 80s in Brazil. Even I.
Oh my
I
God.
was a lambada instructor. Don't tell anyone.
I'm gonna say.
This is, like when you have something in Portuguese we would say podre. In English we would say I have a skeleton in my closet. To have a skeleton in your closet é ter podre, algo do seu passado that you hide and you don't want anybody to know. So I don't want anybody to know that I talk to them. In this as well.
But how did you learn lambada?
Because I learned lambada in a dance school.
But
And then they hired me to teach. Because they said that I danced so well.
I can't even sing. I can't even explain that.
No, don't picture that. Don't try to pick, no, don't try. If you picture, please delete it from your mind. Control Z right now.
Melhor, aula 4.
Alta F4, que é a menina do
Tão lenta.
No, try. I need this class to be recorded. Okay, so can you give you an example of a catchy song?
No meu caso é da Laila, só que foi pra mim, não é pro bem comum. Pra mim foi uma música muito chiclete.
Não, fez uma música chiclete pra todos, não.
Why are you so selfish? Selfish. Selfish, egoísta. Selfish.
Driver's license.
Can you sing? I don't know the song. Sing it for us.
I got my driver's license last night.
Não, essa parte não entrou.
Play it for us. I don't know any songs by Olivia Rodrigo.
No.
I only listen to rock and roll. No, just kidding.
Like,
I'm not. I've been listening to post-punk lately. I like post-punk. Catchy.
You've been friends. Oh, that whole time was your thing. Very hard call.
No, I've never heard it before.
Então, mas é porque vocês não são jovens.
No, it's not that.
Mas pra mim é uma
Yeah, our souls are old souls.
Eu não tenho música chiclete.
Hadassa is grumpy and and cranky. And I am also grumpy and cranky when it comes to songs.
I
when it comes to
wanna
music.
tell you, guys, how to say, like, I think that a situation.
Okay, it's a T?
No,
Is that a T?
it's not a T. It's
Okay.
like, you know, like, picture with me. You know when you're like, you know.
You can say bear with me.
How, there.
Bear with me. Or follow me.
So,
Yeah. Follow my thoughts.
bear with me.
Yeah.
Bear with me. Like, imagine that you are in a social event,
Okay.
like a party, like
A get together.
get together.
Okay.
And everybody's like, whoa, super fun, dancing or talking.
Having a great time. Having the time.
The time.
The time of their lives.
The
Okay.
time of-
I think this is Dirty Dancing. It's from the Dirty Dancing song movie. Because he's so young.
I'm so young. I'm
Yeah.
like 16. I'm not
You are young.
like 100 years.
Yeah, you are a young soul.
So, and like everybody's having fun, and you just stop a moment thinking like, what am I doing here? Why is everyone so smiling? Why is everyone
Oh,
so happy?
I have these thoughts all the time.
You know, like eating and drinking, and you're just like, well, my thank you, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm already like doing my, how do you say, my obligation of coming.
You did your part. I've done my part.
I've done-
Now I can go home.
I was in this situation like trying.
There's an expression I can say, I've already punched the card, so I can go home. To punch, to punch, do you know what punch cards is? Do you guys punch cards in your job? Não. O ponto, é o ponto antigo. Ponto antigo, você põe o cartão e aí você apertava tem opção de? Aí você aperta desce uma alavanca e faz pum, pum. Aí você põe o cartão de volta onde ficam os cartões das pessoas. E você you punch your card when you enter and you punch your card when you leave. Porque ali ele diz a hora que você entrou e a hora que você saiu. In America, people are paid by the hour. Não existe salário mínimo. Bom, existe salário mínimo, mas não existe. Tipo, as pessoas não ganham por mês, elas ganham por hora de trabalho. E aí, então, a gente chama de wage. Não é salário, é wage. What's your wage? Wage é o quanto você ganha por hora. Então, tem minimum wage.
Se eu contar quanto minha hora vale, eu choro.
O minimum wage, sim, a gente chora mesmo. O minimum wage é o termo correto, porque não existe minimum salary, é minimum wage. E ele vai variar de acordo, e ele não é universal, ele vai variar de acordo com a tua profissão. Minimum wage de jornalista é diferente do minimum wage é o correto, na verdade. That's so fair. Não, o salário mínimo é nacional. O salário mínimo é determinado pelo governo, ele é nacional. Aí você tem piso salarial e teto salarial. Aí isso sim, aí ele é para cada categoria. Isso sim.
Estava escrevendo, falando, por que eu falar que é normal ser assim? Porque,
It's not very.
nossa, quando
Maybe she's an introvert. She's an introvert. An introvert person doesn't like party.
eu tô com a Sara e com a Júlia, tem momentos que eu sei que eu falo, bicho, não tem também.
Mas an extrovert person, like, work.
I understand. Yeah, I agree with you.
Você é super introvertida.
It's because of that I don't like talking to you. Oh my gosh. It just doesn't.
It's good because we are registering a few. This is a few. I think it's
O meu receio é dar dia 23 de dezembro e a Renata me bloquear.
hold on.
Gente, there's three of them.
There's a TV show called Family Feud. Let's check.
I thought about so
Feud, a prolonged and bitter quarrel or a dispute. Feud, quarrel, fight, the same family feud, feud. Também é feudo. Contenda. É uma briga, é uma contenda.
Ali, ó, rixa.
Rixa, isso. Briga de galo. This is here. I'm always witnessing. Igor, testemunhando, assistindo. Igor and Hadassa's feuding in front of me.
Mas é ela mesmo que comigo.
What, witnessing? Witness, that is the word. E o verbo to witness, or witnessing.
Briga comigo. Eu não gosto nada.
No, you're so cute. You're so All right, guys. So there are 3 more expressions here that we need to find. Extracurricular. I found now.
Let's enter line 2.
Yeah, second line or line 2. And resume,
Line 2.
line 3. Okay, that's a good word to define. Who was the last person that defined? I think you both defined together, right? Let's start from you, Hadassa. How would you define resume?
Resume is like a report from all of your values or your information, your like experience, so you can find a job.
Great. I like the fact that you use the word report because I believe when we say school records or report, I think it would still say school report histórico escolar, school report. And that's a great definition. Do you have your resume done? You did it yourself or you paid someone to do it?
No, I did it myself, but I always have help.
Oh, now is the cute,
I told you.
the sweet moment of the class, the romantic moment of the class.
With my resume, I get my job. Like from,
You got your job.
yeah,
You got it.
I got
Mhm.
from like
Yeah, probably you also had a good performance during the interview.
yes. And she like
Was it your first interview?
no,
Okay,
I already had
you had done others. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry I interrupted you. Tell me about that experience.
yes, it was cool because like it has a whole story, but I tell you
Later, okay,
So
because
yeah,
it's recording.
yeah. But it's like when I got to the interview, like the mentor, she already told me like that I was one of the best that she interviewed because she said to me like, oh, a lot of girls come here and it was like nonsense, like.
I think I know the word you're saying. Maybe she said that you are really down on earth, that you are down on earth.
What is down on earth?
Com o pé no chão.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But
To be down.
Like in Portuguese, like
To be down on earth. Yeah. Centered. You can also say centered. To be down on earth meaning, oh my God, you guys are learning so much vocabulary. That's amazing. Down on earth. It's a good expression. So I shall share so that when they watch this video, they will see the definition. Would you be kind, Igor, and read the definition, please? I can
With resolutions are pretension, practical and realistic.
Yeah.
Down to earth view of marriage.
You can use to, yeah, you can use to, you see, similar words, practical, sensible. I think I see sensible here. Yes, here. In the same answer, sensible, realistic, matter of fact, responsible, dependable. Guys, this is a good word. These are good words to use to describe yourself in a resume. I'm a very dependable person. And
It's down to earth or down on earth, or doesn't matter?
it's down, where is it?
Because
Down to earth. Oh, yeah, it's down to earth. Sorry, guys. I made a mistake. It's down to earth. To be down to earth. I think I've always said down to earth, but it's wrong. It's down to earth. Down to earth. Sorry, I made a mistake. Dependable. It's a good word to use for professional resumes. I am a dependable, she is, he is, they are dependable students, or she's a dependable teacher. Dependable means responsible, someone that you can count on. This person, there's like 0 chance that this person is going to disappoint you, to upset you. And sensible, guys, I would like to work with this word for a minute. Not just this word, but these 2 words. Sensible versus sensitive. Which word do you think is positive and which one is negative?
The first one is positive, and the second is negative.
Okay, good answer. Yeah. Sensible, guys, is a false cognate because it sounds like sensível. Sensible is sensato. Racional. It's very cool. Sensato, racional. The person is sensible. Professional sensible. The movie. No, we don't say sensible for movies, but we can use for character. To describe a character of a movie, a character of a series. Sensible character. A palavra character também é o caráter da pessoa também. Good character, to have good character or bad character. Sensitive é sensível. And sensitive, if you are very much sensitive, the world is gonna eat you live. O mundo vai te comer vivo.
Totally negative. I think
But pay attention to what I had said. Being too sensitive is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Because life, real life, is cruel, it's harsh. You will find people that will mistrust you. People that will pull the rug. We would say pull the rug, even in English. Puxar o tapete, pull the rug. People are capable of knowing, getting to know an idea from you. You have a wonderful idea, maybe the solution of a problem, and that person can take that idea, send it to your boss, and say it was my idea. Yes, if you watch that movie about the McDonald's story, it's how it goes. It's how it is. That's why we need to be harsh sometimes. We need to be harsh. We need to be harsh, we need to learn how to say no. No is a very good word to learn.
Too much sensitive, that's
Too much.
Greedy.
Greedy too is not a good thing. But we have to be ambitious. Being ambitious is something else. We always have to think, I can go places. A expressão to go places. Que é ir longe.
Can I use harsh or like using harsh?
Yes. Yes. Or I believe we have like the word rugged too. Specific for surfaces. This is a surface. Aqui, ó. Rugged for surface. Rugged.
But it's like harsh is just for people, or it is better to the public? Is that?
No, rugged never for people. Rugged, no. Harsh is for a situation, for a decision. The way teacher Laila was so harsh to us during the class. What happened to her? Because I don't think we did anything.
Rugged is more for office.
Or yeah, for things that you can touch and you know it's
And
rugged.
harsh for situation, people.
Yeah, and things too.
Like,
And things too. Okay, and the last one here is give up. Where is give up? In the same answer, right?
Left answer, unidade.
Mm-hmm. What is to give up?
Desistir.
The definition? No, what? Stop doing something. You give up. For example, I gave up my German course.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he gave up on me. No, that's fine. It's because our lessons were only on Thursdays, and he got a proposal. He would return, and that was really late for him because of the time zone. You know that we have a world with different zones of time. So I was having lessons, I think from 8 to 9 p.m. And I don't know exactly what time it is at that hour in Germany, but that was really late for him, and he's not a young man. So he had to sleep to get up very early on the next day because he got another classes on Friday. So he said, if I keep teaching you on Thursdays at that hour, I don't have a good night of sleep. So he said, he sent me WhatsApp of other teachers. So for me to talk to them, and maybe I will continue studying. But I'm not sure because I have so many private students that my Thursdays are getting busy too. So I don't know. But I miss learning the language. I love German. So you see the way, did you notice the way I said he gave up on me? To give up on someone means you don't want to deal with that person anymore. You can give up a job, right? You can give up a course. I'm so glad you guys never gave up your English course. And I suggest to you guys, when we are finally done, I wish you to continue struggling to get, we have to collect vocabulary every day, every month, every year, especially slangs and especially phrasal verbs. Give up is one of them. I have a job for you, homework. I'm gonna give you a list of phrasal verbs, and you guys will search the meaning of these phrasal verbs, and you're gonna show me the meanings of these phrasal verbs in our next class. Okay? Are you ready? Do you need a paper or something? Do you have a notebook? Thank you. There are only 28.
Oh.
If you already know the meaning, you can already just write the meaning. You don't have to define. I don't want definition. I want the translation. Okay? I want in Portuguese. That's much easier. The first phrasal is turn out. To turn down. Oh, and by the way, do you remember the do you remember what a phrasal verb is?
I remember it's
Locução verbal. Yes, it's a combination of a verb and a preposition or two prepositions. And that preposition changes the real meaning of the verb. Give is something, ask is something else, and give back is a third thing. So you have like a third meaning. It's a crazy thing. I love phrasal verbs because they are very crazy. You just need to accept them. Even Shakespeare used phrasal verbs. So it's from mid-English. It's not modern, it's not a slang, it's real. It's real stuff, man. Number 3, fall for. Fall for. 4, cut down on. 5, drop out of. 6, look down on. 7, make out. 8, look up to. 9, come across. 11, get rid of.
Get
Rid of. 12, pick on. You guys pick on each other all the time. I think you got the idea. Pick out, number 13. 14, run out of. Run out of. 15, run over. 16, put away. Actually, put away. No, put away, for example. I put away the markers. Put things where they belong. Put away the dishes. After washing them and drying them, you put away the silverware, the plates where they belong. 17, put aside.
What?
Put aside.
Okay.
Aside altogether. A-S-I-D-E. Put aside. E não, guys, a palavra prosecutor, eu escrevi com 2 S's, né? Eu um só, deixa eu me certificar de acessar. Porque o aside eu vi que é com S só. Isso se chama contaminação linguística. Prosecutor, pessoal, one S only. Eu escrevi na lousa com 2 S's. Pessoal que está assistindo o vídeo, corrijam. Prosecutor. Eu nunca lembro, porque mesmo é promotor, né? Prosecutor. É 18 agora, né? 18. Get down to. 19, get over. 20, run on. 21, run off. Double F, run off. tiver alguma repetida, vocês me avisem, tá? Possível que tenha. 22, come down with. 23, keep up with. Ah, eu falei come up with, não, né? Tudo bem, vai ficar fora de ordem, não tem problema. Keep up with e come up with. Era para o campo, as do campo ficarem juntinhas, não tem problema. Uh, 25 é keep track of. Quando eu falo of, é um F só. Of, keep track of. 26, look after. It's a good word. It's a good thing. Look after. Put up with. 27. Put up with. É que tem put away, put aside, e aí eu lembrei do put up with depois. E o put off. Off. Double F. $28? Fechou?
Não, mas tem muita gente. Fazendo essa e eu lembrei de outra.
Existem dicionários de espanhol. São inúmeros. Inúmeros. All the time, I learn a new one, all the time. So, that was fun for today. We are saying goodbye. So, guys, if you are watching this video, make 27. How come I have 28 here? Foi numerado pelo computador? Talvez eu pulei algum, vou repetir. Turn out, turn down, fall for, cut down on. Drop out of. Eu não falei o drop out of. Falei? Look down on, make out, look up to, come across, let down.
Let down.
O let down que eu não falei, né? Let down. Então agora 28. Let down. Bom, é bom verificar, né? Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Conhece a música dos Beatles? Essa é muito boa. Bye, guys.
Não, Hadassa, não é sua. Você escreveu na minha